Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fractal Bitcoin. What's up, everybody? I'm Chris. Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe. Today I'm going to share some thoughts on a topic that is kind of a very zoomed out topic, very general topic, why Bitcoin is a natural phenomenon that you can't ignore. And so I'm going to give some ideas, but I want you to comment below because I'm not an expert in all this. I'm just giving my thoughts and opinions. So let's get right to it. Why Bitcoin is a natural phenomenon you can't ignore. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so proof of work is a law of life. And before I give you these examples, like when it comes to Bitcoin, this proof of work idea is so applicable to the rest of our lives, right? For instance, if you're living in the woods by yourself, you need food, water, and shelter, right? And how do you get that? Well, you have to work. There's no free lunch. There's not going to be anyone there handing it to you, right? Same thing with if you want to get a job, you have to gain marketable skills. Well, you have to educate yourself or become educated, and that takes work. Developing a reputation takes years of work. So everything in life takes work. So Bitcoin also takes work. Now, this is in contrast to, for instance, authoritarian governments today who want to give you free stuff. And the reason they give you free stuff is because they want to subjugate you and hold you down. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But this idea of proof of work is really, really important. It's a law of life. Oh, I was covering there we go. Law of life. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. Self-sovereignty is the natural state of a human being. And by the way, sovereignty, or the word sovereign, refers to the highest level of authority or independence, whether applied to a person, state, or entity. So the idea here is that you're a human being, you're a self-sovereign human being, right? Nobody should enslave you. No one should control you and tell you what to do. And Bitcoin plays right into this because Bitcoin it's independent of governments and anything else. Bitcoin is open to anyone. There's no censorship, there's no anything. Anyone can use Bitcoin at any time. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And so what is unnatural? So we were talking about how Bitcoin is natural, proof of work is natural, right? Well, what is unnatural? When people control you, abuse you, and steal from you under the guise of authority. This is unnatural. It doesn't happen in the animal kingdom. Animals don't, create a cartel and subjugate all the other animals, right? They don't do that. Humans do. And they're evil people who do this because you're stealing someone else's sovereignty if you do that, if you subjugate them and abuse them and steal from them. Parents do it to some degree, but parents have to do it to some degree. So another concept here is balance, right? Like parents, yeah, when a child is young, you have authority over them and you have to teach them. But if you're too controlling, if you're too abusive to a child, or if you steal from the child knows it and the child's going to feel that, right? So same thing in schools. Schools tend to, force people into a certain way. And again, some of that is okay and natural, but if it goes too far, that's not good. Spouses, if a spouse is too controlling or abusive, or a spouse steals from the other spouse, right? This is not good. People, we feel this, right? When someone is controlling you and abusing you, you feel horrible, and it's not a natural way of a human being to live. So we all feel this. And so the same with governments. When governments do this, when they control you, when they abuse you, when they steal from you, you feel it. It's unnatural. It's not natural. Bitcoin doesn't steal from you. Bitcoin doesn't abuse you. Bitcoin doesn't control you. That's why one of the reasons why Bitcoin is so beautiful. So, as an adult human being, you have the divine right and duty to not allow anyone to unnaturally control you, abuse you, or steal from you. That's your natural state, is to just be able to live free as a sovereign individual. So if a government, for instance, tries to control you or abuse you or steal from you, you have the absolute right to not partake in that and stand up to that. And this is what we should all be doing these days. Now that we have Bitcoin, we have a perfect store of value and perfect money, Bitcoin. Now we can see how horrendous these governments are, these fiat currencies, and we shouldn't stand for it. Now, we're all in the habit of just using it and, hey, that's life. No. Well, it might be life right now, but we don't have to stand for it. So we are in the process, you and I and everyone, we're in the process of standing up and saying, no, we're not going to partake in this abusive ridiculousness anymore. We're not. We're going to use Bitcoin, and it's going to be a Bitcoin world. The world's going to be on a Bitcoin standard. So, and we got to stick together as we do this. It's going to take some time for this to unfold, but it will unfold. So Bitcoin is the unstoppable force, and it is natural. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. Proof of work is natural. Everything about Bitcoin is natural. It doesn't go against any divine law or any sovereignty that you have. It doesn't. That's why it's an unstoppable force. That's why it transcends the physical. That's why some people think it's religious or spiritual. They think Bitcoin is a religious thing or a spiritual thing, because in a way it is. It is. It's allowing us to get away from that control and abuse and theft. So that's what I wanted to say. What do you think? Please, again, I'm just a normal dude on the internet trying to give my opinions and explain the way I see things. What do you think? And please share this video as well. This is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. All our episodes are here. Usually I do a Bitcoin news video every day. The reason I'm not doing a news video today is because I was going through all the news stories and there's literally almost nothing new. Literally, even the price action of Bitcoin today, there's nothing new. So I was like, I'm going to make this video. But this link on the top of our website says join our locals community. Click that, come over here, join our locals community for free. It's awesome. It's growing. Please join and hang out and participate. But that's what I wanted to share today. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back tomorrow, probably with another news video, but and maybe more videos. So I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate all your comments. Seriously, thank you. And I'm happy to be on this journey with you towards true sovereignty. All right. See you tomorrow.